Godzilla. Okay, guys, welcome to another video. I don't know if you guys know this, but I really love Godzilla. What can I say? I'm a Zilla fan. Okay, this is just awkward now. Moving on. In modern times, you can honestly argue that Godzilla's never been this popular. Seriously, you have Legendary's Monsterverse going on right now, and you also have Japan making new Godzilla films now. And, well, you guys probably definitely know who Godzilla is, and maybe have seen a movie about it. This is a video that I like to call Godzilla for Starters. How to introduce yourself to Godzilla. Because you can easily watch the American versions to catch up on the Monsterverse. And I'm not saying this is a bad film, this is a good film, but I do not want to do that. I want you guys to get familiar with the source. I want you guys to become familiar with what Godzilla was or still is. I'm going to give you a suggestion of 5 films. Okay, I really just have one rule. It has to be made in Japan. Not to say this is not bad, but in order for it to be authentic, it has to be made in Japan. I want to give you guys authentic Godzilla movies so you guys can become familiar with the big green guy. Or gray. Or black. His color changes a lot in the movies. Just to let you guys know, there are a lot of Godzilla films. And I mean a lot. There's 29 of the original 3 series, 16 from the original Showa series, which started with Godzilla 1954, and ended with the terror of Mechagodzilla. You have the Heisei series, which was the second series, which started with Godzilla 1985, or the Return of Godzilla, as some people call it, and it ended with Godzilla vs. Destroyer, or Destroyer, whatever the heck you want to call it, but it's fun to pronounce it, Destroyer! Okay. And then you have the third series, called the Millennium series, which started with Godzilla 2000 and ended with Godzilla Final Wars. And then you have, in 1998, an American remake of Godzilla came out. It starred Matthew Broderick and was directed by Roland Emmerich. Same dude that directed Independence Day. So yeah, there are a lot. And then you have in 2014, Legendary's Godzilla. And then you have Godzilla King of the Monsters, which came out this year. And then Japan in 2016 made Shin Godzilla, which was marketed here as Godzilla Resurgence for some time, but now everyone just calls it Shin Godzilla. And then, not to mention, you also have 3 anime films that are exclusive to Netflix. So yeah, that's a lot. The point of this video is to get you guys, get to know Godzilla well enough so you feel like you know certain things. Like, there's certain monsters that I want to introduce you to. Those 3 being King Ghidorah, Mothra, and Mechagodzilla. And without further ado, let's get started. The first entry on our list is King Kong vs. Godzilla. Now, I add this one because, first of all, the reason why I didn't put the original on this list because I am aware that most people nowadays, especially younger people that actually watch me, don't like black and white films that much. And actually, because a lot of the complaints about this film is that it barely has any Godzilla. The original film has less Godzilla than that movie by 1 minute. So yeah, this is the first time that actually Godzilla and King Kong both appeared in color. And yeah, this is an American redub. This is not the hardest Blu-ray to find, if you can still buy these. But yeah, I include them because you get to see 2 classic monsters fighting, and you get to see, and the reason why, also, I want to show you movies from each era, each series, so you guys can see how the effects age. So the effects in this one, since this is only the 3rd Godzilla film, aren't going to be amazing, but this whole film is actually really cheesy fun. And if you just want to see Godzilla and King Kong beat each other's asses, I really recommend checking this one out. It's really, the title just says it all. It's really the only thing you need to watch this movie. To see King Kong and Godzilla beat each other's asses. Okay, let's move on. Okay, now we're jumping ahead to the second series, also known as the Heisei series, for our King Ghidorah film, which is this one. Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah is a really good entry in the franchise. The effects are so much better, the action sequences are awesome, and the plot's actually really intriguing. First of all, you actually get to know what Godzilla was before he was mutated by nuclear radiation. He was a dinosaur called the Godzillasaurus, and basically, spoilers, I guess, evildoers from the future come in, take away the Godzillasaurus, and replace them with three little creatures. Now, when the atom bomb goes off, they're supposed to mutate the Godzilla source into Godzilla and merge the three creatures into Ghidorah. So basically, they replaced Godzilla with Ghidorah. And now another Godzilla is created with a nuclear sub when it attacks like I think a water lizard or something like that. And so yeah, then they fight, and Godzilla beats the shit out of him the first time. But the thing is, now Godzilla's on the loose. So, like, before Ghidorah was on the loose and he needed Godzilla to defeat Ghidorah, or Ghidorah, whatever, because in Japan, it's Ghidorah, and in America, it's Ghidorah, so I'm going to alternate between the two. But anyway, so yeah, now you need Ghidorah to stop Godzilla. So, they actually build Mecha King Ghidorah, which basically they give him a robot head, robot wings, and like a robot body. They still have like two of the normal heads though. And so yeah, now it's kind of like a Mechagodzilla battle, but it's with Ghidorah, so it's cool. It's a lot of fun. It is definitely a fun. The performances overall are great by the human actors, and yeah, great action, great effects for the 90s. So yeah, you're gonna see a big difference in effects from Godzilla vs. King Kong to Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. So yeah, good effects, good practical work, good stunt work by like everyone. And yeah, really highly recommended entry. Alright, let's move on. This is the next entry, which is also from the Heisei series. Okay, time for our Mechagodzilla film, which is this one from the Heisei series. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. Something that's actually funny about this is actually the third film to feature Mechagodzilla. Because there was the first one, which was Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. Then there was The Terror of Mechagodzilla. And then the third one, which is this one right here, which is Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. And the fourth one is Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. And the fourth one is Godzilla Tokyo SOS. I know, it's a completely different title, but anyway. This movie is actually really fun, a lot of fun. It's my favorite out of the Heisei series. The actors are overall okay, not as good as in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, but the action makes up for it. There's a lot more action in the movie. Mechagodzilla looks awesome. He's all shiny and then all this stuff. And something that's interesting is the fact that Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2 is a sequel to Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, because basically Ghidorah and Godzilla both fall into the sea, and they lift the armor from Ghidorah and use it to create Mechagodzilla. So that's actually a really good way to tie together the movies. This movie doesn't also reboot Mechagodzilla. It also reboots Rodan and also reboots Godzilla's son. Speaking of Godzilla's son and Rodan, really good creature effects for both of them. The action's awesome. There's actually this funny scene where Rodan flies over Disneyland. And I'm not joking, like, you're actually going to see him clearly fly over Disneyland. So yeah, like, the action's great. I love the ending of this film. Like, the fights between Mechagodzilla and Godzilla are awesome. There's a really good fight between Mechagodzilla and Rodan. It's just a ton of fun, and I really recommend watching this movie. It's definitely my favorite of the Heisei series. And let's move on to our fourth entry from the Millennium series. Okay, our fourth entry and our first entry from the Millennium series is this one, Godzilla 2000. Godzilla 2000 was Toho's comeback after Godzilla 1998, which for those of you who don't know was a critical bomb, and it also people say that it killed the name of Godzilla. So Toho responded back with Godzilla 2000 in order to people can see the true Godzilla. This is kind of like a remake of the original Godzilla, except it's in color and it has better effects. There's actually really good effects, considering this was made in 2000 and it's for the Millennium series. Actually, it was made in 1999. It was originally 99 in Japan, but then 2000 in America. So it was called Godzilla 2000 here, and Godzilla 99 in Japan. But anyway, so wait. Sorry, I don't think we ever coughed on camera before. So yeah, the special effects are really good. Really Godzilla's atomic breath. It looks great. And also, Godzilla is an enemy in this one. And the reason why I didn't put Godzilla 85 or the original or Shin Godzilla is because while they are like the original Godzilla film, I even include the original Godzilla film on there, is because there's no opponent. Godzilla doesn't fight anyone. It's just Godzilla destroying a city and he's against the military and the military only. And here he actually has an opponent, and his opponent actually looks really cool. And the final fight is there in the city. It's awesome. The special effects are really good. The visual effects are really good, and it's a big milestone for the Godzilla franchise. I really recommend you guys checking this one out. And that's why I didn't include the original on this list, because I put Godzilla 2000 on this list. Alright, let's move on to our final entry, also from the Millennium series, and our film that includes Mothra. Alright, our final entry on this list is this one. Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah. Giant monsters all out attack. So yeah, that's interesting. Our Mothra film also has King Ghidorah. And while obviously King Godzilla, King Ghidorah, and Mothra show up because they're in the title, there's also another monster named Baragon. Why did he get left out of the title? I don't know. It's kind of sad. No one cares about Baragon. Seriously. He was supposed to be in the original Destroy All Monsters, but they replaced him with Gorosaurus. And he was originally supposed to be in the original Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, but they replaced him with Anguirus. And now he gets a big role in the movie, they don't even put in the title. What a shame. But anyway, this movie's awesome. It starts off slow, but the end is awesome. Basically, in this film, Godzilla is fueled by the lost souls of World War II and the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And so basically, the Earth calls upon the three guardian monsters, King Ghidorah, Mothra, and Baragon. So yeah, it's an all-out monster rumble. Baragon's revived first. He fights Godzilla. He fails. And then at the end, a climactic battle with Mothra and Ghidorah teaming up to stop Godzilla. It's awesome. The special effects are a spectacle to behold. The sound is awesome. Ghidorah looks great. Mothra looks awesome. Baragon even looks awesome. Godzilla looks awesome. It's all awesome. And something I like is that they actually show you people dying. Because like normally in Godzilla movies, you see people running away from the damage, but you never see people actually dying. This film does show you that. It gets actually pretty dark in some places. So yeah, but anyway, this movie's awesome. It starts off a bit slow, but as soon as that first fight between Godzilla and Baragon happens, you are gonna be hooked on this movie. Alright, guys. That was the list, and I'm going to do my conclusion take now. Oh, sorry guys, didn't realize the cut there. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys actually bother to watch these movies, because I really highly recommend it if you want to get familiar with Godzilla. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you like and subscribe to my channel. Like button's there, subscribe's there, comments are below, and I hope you guys continue to have a wonderful day. Says out.